I'm Anna.
I'm Ben.
We're AutoSave. Welcome to our channel.
Today we're watching Rezero, Season 3, Episode 13. Regulus is finally dead, defeated, gone. Where is Reinhard off to next?
I think that we have a guess where Reinhard could be going after this. I wonder where Subaru and Amelia might go. I wonder the timeline of all the other battles that are happening right now.
Ready?
Yeah.
Sweet. Okay, real quick before we get into the episode, we were told that on episode 11 we did not watch the after credit and that we should. That's what we're about to do, and we could talk about it after the episode as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Origins of those star names.
Oh, we're gonna have to bring this back up. Damn. Okay. Garf? Oh. Whose blood?
It's so creepy.
I hate them.
Wants humans.
Oh. Jesus. It's like Thanos versus the Hulk.
Why did he kill them there? Is it because, like, he has that idea that, like, one-on-one opponent type situation, even if they're on the same side, he's like, you're getting in the way of my battle?
Yeah, or it's just like, oh, not needed. Whatever. Pawns. It depends how much personality exists after the resurrection,
In
right?
a corpse soldier, yeah. I hate seeing that Garf is still really struggling here.
The Bow Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna sound messed up, but I'm kind of, like, happy he is. Like, I'm happy that, like...
So we can see her again?
That, but also, like, I don't know. It's really cool that, like, they've chosen that route with Garf, and, like, it makes a lot of sense that this would have, like, a traumatic factor that he's dealing with even after the fight. Especially considering how young he is. Felt. Otto. Yeah!
It's been so long, I feel like, since we've seen Otto's matchup.
Nice! Oof!
Ruthless hunters.
Yeah.
Wonder how
silent.
he sensed it. I mean, animals aren't normally
Oh.
silent. Oh. Wait, no! I feel awful.
What? We're good at
She
running.
can run super fast.
You begged me on. Jesus.
Good.
Whoa.
He has like a protection?
Quick. Keep talking about how you're a merchant, Otto. It'll piss him off.
Really? Really?
Best kind.
No way!
Oh my god.
Scheme in the shadows like that.
God, I love the track.
Huh.
Ow.
Oh.
I don't think this is gonna work that well. Oh. I don't even care.
The indifference. What a powerful weapon.
Oh! Holy shit!
Talk about meat scraps.
Oh!
That's so gross.
That was just damn mean.
The head. How do you defeat her?
Oh! Of course. Did you see like the bulbs shrink as her arms grew? Damn.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And yet he's still ostracized by his own tribe, but still.
Devil Cleavers.
What a cool name.
Oh! Come on, Garf. Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Whoa! Throw him in the water. Maybe he can't swim.
Well, we're in the water. Oh, shit.
Oh, that's not good.
Are his siblings here?
Oh no. Oh, interesting. He's starting an anthem for you. They do have to.
He respects him.
One, two, three, four.
You're not just looking up anymore, Garf. You're up there. Oh! Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
Oh, this is insane!
What a shot! His eyes out. Oh my god! Oh! That was one of the best animated sequences in this entire series.
Right?
That was ridiculous.
Well done!
I love him stopping himself, like, right before that sequence happens. It was almost like he was like, oh, thanks, man, I really appreciate... You know what? No, I deserve it. I'm up there, too. It's my fucking time. I'm the ultimate shield.
I wish that the outro would just write, like, a big, like, stamped dead on every Sin Archbishop that's already been defeated.
Oh. Oh. All right, that was episode 13 of season 3 of ReZero. That hit me in a different way. I love the animation, and I, of course, love the whole sibling dynamic for personal reasons. But one thing I just didn't expect was Garf saying "You're not her" to Elsa.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have read it. Like, what was your interpretation of it? Because Garf, at the end of the day, is a kid, and he went through a lot early in life of what he thought happened to his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then within killing Elsa, it was the first person he killed, and that in of itself, watching somebody die before you is a very traumatic thing, I could imagine, and has been stuck with him. Do you think that in seeing her coming to him as a vision and then killing the beast is him saying that you're not real, you're not actually Elsa, she's already dead, I need to get past that? Or do you think that there was any added, like, theme of thinking or feeling like he might have been at fault for his mom's death, and then having that be a bridge between watching a person die in front of him in actuality, like Elsa?
I feel like it's my read of it was that the "You're not her" was purely that this is an illusion, this is his imagination, this is his trauma speaking, and she's not really there. Elsa is actually dead.
Yeah.
That's how I took it, and I do like that we're still continuing to play with this theme of not illusions, but open it up bigger to, as you brought up, Garf had this idea that he, as a kid, that he was the reason for his mom's death. He had this belief of what it was that actually happened to her. And then he learns more, and then obviously learns within this season that she is, in fact, alive. and it is not his fault that she left or that something bad happened to her. And so we're kind of breaking apart his real delusions that he had as a kid in the last season, and then now these illusions he's seeing, and we're having just this like common theme of like you said, this segue from thinking that you're the reason for someone's death and then actually being the reason for someone's death. And how do you cope with that, especially a young mind as Garf? How do you cope with how awful you felt with the idea that someone died, possibly with you blaming yourself, and then you literally become the person that actually facilitates that death?
He's definitely one of my favorite characters in the series, and that isn't like, it's not lost on me how we got here, but I think that the thing that I loved about him in this episode was something that I wasn't appreciating enough, and that was the actual like choreography in the fight and the thought behind the fight and the intention behind the fight. Like, we have the idea that Garf is knowledgeable and knows these characters and knows these legends and history, and to be able to utilize that not like as like an advantage during a fight, but to overcome a mental block of what you're dealing with and to actually solidify where you are narratively now in the story, and you're not just gonna act like a kid on the sidelines discounting your own potential, but you're going to live up to your expectation.
I think that, yeah, exactly what you're saying. If you had no knowledge of Kurgan before this, you didn't know kind of how big of a deal it would be if he drew all of his blades against you, you might be able to get there with your internal thought, like, oh, he sees me, he has a bunch of swords, but he's only drawing one. Okay, logical conclusion, he doesn't think that I'm going to be hard to beat. But if it's built up in your head as this living legend that you know so well, the impact is obviously going to be that much bigger for the moment that all of the swords are drawn against you.
Yeah. I love, again, he was like, thanks, man, Then he shut himself up. And then he's like, all right. Pulls the hair back. I am the ultimate shield.
Yeah, that's a great moment to bring up. You're thanking, I'm Gorgeous Tiger Garfield Tinsel.
Yeah.
You're thanking him at first for what? Respecting you, and then realizing that you need to be respecting yourself.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You need to be your own biggest fan. Like, when we first meet Garf, he comes off with this insane confidence that we obviously learn has its kind of breaking points, is fragile and vulnerable in actuality.
Yeah.
And then we've been seeing him try to get it back, but obviously Elsa, and luckily we say goodbye to Elsa in this episode. I don't think she's coming back.
I don't either. And I think that like the idea of him having the confidence here now, as opposed to the confidence that he had when we first met him, it is built on something completely different now. And what it's built on now, I think, is the correct way to go about it.
It's built on actuality. It's built on reality. Like, his confidence before was him trying to be okay.
Yeah.
And not from actual feats that he's accomplished or actual maybe love for himself, because I don't think he really had that in actuality prior to now. And the fact that his siblings got to see this, and he even says it, I know it's like, oh, well, they're in the room, could they hear him? That was like my thought during the episode.
Yeah, my siblings.
But I don't think they heard.
He also said that he's going to talk to them after this too, which is just beautiful. And I like that he doesn't have doubt from that now. He isn't trying to run away and not like worry about interacting with them right now.
There was a comfortability he showed while wanting to protect and save them. He felt also comfortable with them. Like, we get a shot of his little brother hugging his leg, little retort, like with his sister being like, I'm not crying, because,
Yeah.
And so we're coming into this like really comfortable place where he's not shying away from the idea of closeness with them.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously I was getting pretty teary during.
Part of me, this is so fucked up, but part of me wants this like inevitably leaving this town to be Garf, knowing that his family's his family, but neither of his siblings yet know that that's their older brother, and I'm only wanting that for selfish reasons. Yeah,
because you think they need to be a specific age, or
no, because that's what happened to me, and I want to live through Garf. I don't know, but
Wouldn't you want it but better Isn't that what you would want for Garf?
Yeah, but I feel like where he's at now is like a place of comfortability and confidence within his own being that he's okay with what is in front of him right now, and it can happen at its own healthy rate or healthy time, whatever it chooses to be.
We probably should explain the context, just that you're adopted, your siblings or your birth siblings did not know who you were, but you knew that they were your siblings.
Yeah.
And they knew you as like a family friend.
Yeah.
So that's why we're bringing it up here in this context, and I'm asking, what do you want for Garf?
Yeah. I want him to be happy, I guess.
You want him to be happy?
Since we're talking about Garf, I'd love to go through the actual sequence of the fight, because while it was fantastic animation and I caught a few things, I probably didn't catch everything that was going on before we even get into it. At one point it seemed like Garf did take out or get rid of one of Gergen's eyes, which was phenomenal.
Seem like that.
But okay, let's get into it. All right, so we start in the water. Garf stomps, and it seems like that causes the earth to erupt around Kurgan. He's distracted with it, trying to slice through all, but Garf kind of gets lost in the vision, surprises him. That's when he takes his eye out. Oh my god, Garf. I love that we just stay with him this entire time. We can now slow down playback speed on
I was going to say, I saw something that happened really quickly that I want to see again in the slowdown.
Oh. The slice, the blood.
Once he falls into the water, hold on, it's gonna. Oh, see how it's drawn like this colored pencil kind of effect? This comes back later on. This watercolory colored pencil charcoal. It comes back.
Look at this. It's so good. It's brilliant.
They did not need to do that.
No. And they're doing it to just, the effect hits right when we go underwater in Garf's vision, right?
Doesn't that make you think of if you were to, tumble under the waves, kind of how things get mixed up and disoriented?
Have you ever been boogie boarding and then you go under, you know?
I loved boogie boarding.
Yeah. That's the feeling it gets, though, right? So good.
And we get another shot somewhere in this fight that is similar, but it's of Kurgan.
Yeah.
And we're kind of I think it's when we're jumping toward him, and it's mostly a white background. I hope we can find it. We might not be able to.
I love the shot too, though. Just following from behind Kurgan's legs and seeing Garf, camera pivoting all the way around from right to left. We see the sword leaving the water. It goes all the way completely around until we're behind Garf. It's so good.
And then it's as if he's water bending.
No,
this is insane.
I have a different interpretation.
Oh, okay.
It's not water bending. It's bellowing, or how a tiger would get ready to roar, scream, and you could feel that air building up in his chest. That was my immediate reaction to this.
Oh, so he's air bending.
No, look, it's so good.
It does really how dynamic it is absolutely amazing. This fight. They really gave, I think, the best animation sequence this season to Garf here in this episode. And I feel like I can comfortably say that.
What an interesting idea for, a section of fighting, though, right? Because you're kind of, taking a sequence that you'd imagine is, two-dimensional fighters, in a fighting game, right? Like Tekken, and then you can go behind cameras and do something creative, like you would here. But it changes here. While we're looping around, there's a point in time that it ends up being so surreal and mixed with it that we're getting Kurgan's, his point of view and his motions as a transparent and opaque background, while we're seeing Garf's movement in the forefront being completely oh my god.
Literally, I can't even think of being the person that came up with how this was gonna look and how this was gonna be animated.
This is one of my favorite shots, too. It's fisheye from ground up of Garf and the entire room.
They're just really coming out. They're 1, 2, 3, 4. They're it's whoa, I was already impressed, and now you come with a fisheye cam?
Yeah. I love the red eye first in Kurgan. We see it again in Garf. I know it's so silly, but, you can easily, if you're Garf, you can easily, come off with the animation just being all right, Garf steps into the water, but the reluctancy of pivoting and it's an actual,
how he moves his foot too.
Yeah, it's you're second guessing your opponent. It's a jujitsu, right? It's so good. I love it so much. There's so much thought put into it. Oh god, look at it. Okay, so Garf is using the earth again through the power from his feet to go out and it seems like take left and right arms of Kurgan's away, while then we're using the ceiling to come down and take more of his arms away.
He has to drop the swords.
Yeah. His eye's gone at this point. We don't know where Garf is. We see him, oh my god, on the hunt.
He's really coming at us like a tiger.
Oh. We take looked like the dull side of the blade, but it looks like it fractures one of our bones. We see our arm flop behind us while we blink. Look up at him. Oh!
That looks like a literal slice through how that was animated.
Yeah, and I love seeing the water reflect onto his face. It looks like we use the earth beneath our feet to propel us upward. God, I wish I could make some comparisons to, like, the last fight in Dragon Ball with Goku and Piccolo, but, like, it's so fucking cool, man. We're using it to propel us into the sword coming down. Our head looks like it's hitting, like, right here on Kurgan, right? To stop the blow from hitting. And this is when we get to see the fucking tiger. Oh my god, it's beautiful. We see the slice on him. Garf lands, goes all out.
This is what I wanted us to find.
It's
so my god.
Gorgeous.
Freaking colored pencil. Who and why and who can I thank for this?
It's really interesting in, like, where we're seeing it from. Like, we're seeing it, like, almost after the attack happens and, like, leaving from him. And then we don't get the completion to the shot until Kurgan appreciates Garf and then falls.
It definitely gives defeat, though, because it feels like something is being blown away.
Yeah. So good. Well, that was a great fight.
That was an amazing fight.
What else? Okay, let's talk about what we watched beforehand. What was the end of episode 11, right?
Okay.
I don't feel like there's too much to say, but it definitely added some context that is very nice.
I felt like I was watching that and I was like, okay, are you gonna go on and tell me Capella and about her star and more about her or Gluttony and give me some evidence to some clues to grab onto for me to figure out how their authorities work and how we can defeat them? Thank you, please.
So the reason that I wanted to bring this up was, one, we should talk about it since we watched it, but two is I want to end up bridging this at the end to, like, the owl fight that we get.
Okay.
All of you Sin Archbishops have the same names as stars in my world, and your authorities are connected to the origins of those stars' names. We get Betelgeuse, we got the Unseen Hand. Regulus is part of the constellation Leo, is also known as Little King, and Corleonis.
Therefore, I gotta figure out the Little Kingdom.
Yeah, which means Lion's Heart. Your authority isn't invincibility. It's stopping time, isn't it? So much fucking time involvement. When time is stopped for your body, you don't change. You don't get hurt, and water doesn't even make you wet. It doesn't affect his clothing, right? Since time has stopped any sand or water thrown at you, now listen. I have no interest whatsoever in your thoughts.
Shutting him down.
Yeah.
Let the man speak.
Wasted my time listening to you, honestly.
It's not even a waste of time listening to him. It's a frustration of knowing that he's on his way to figuring you out. And so you're just like, shut up, it means nothing.
Yeah, and then
you have no point.
Then we end in leaving it to Amelia and having the trust in her that she'll go and figure it out, which she does.
She does. She's able to get those wives out of the Little Kingdom.
So, connecting it to Al.
Okay.
I love Al so much. I loved that his reaction to Priscilla was what I feel like we could have expected, which was like, it's not going to work in the same way.
I really did not think this was going to break this guy. No. I did not think so at all.
It didn't. And then when we get lines like, my face, my body, my voice, my mannerisms, all of it should be exactly in line with your preferences. Sorry, but the human race isn't ready for that kind of expression of love yet. I love Al so much. Just what is it about me that you don't like? Don't get the wrong idea. I don't like you or hate you. I don't even care.
But then he thinks about it more.
Oh, sorry, that's a lie. You're disgusting, so I actually hate you.
I almost feel like it is actually that he doesn't care, and he's realizing here, ooh, what will trigger her even more is to say you're disgusting and I hate you.
Yeah.
But I do feel like when he says I don't even care, I'm kind of like, that sounds like your truth a little bit. Like, it just feels in the moment like that is his truth. I don't feel like he gets caught up in, like, hate. Maybe he does. I don't know. I want to learn more about him.
Capella is pretty good at putting things together in the sense that figuring out it was Al who was doing these things and working behind the scenes, even if Al doesn't front to it, you know?
Getting rid of every single person that knows the location of the body, opening, just letting a little bit of water come into the city. It's all him, and she's been able to piece it together. But she's also able to piece together things that we would imagine she shouldn't be able to, like what Priscilla fully looks like and the sound of her voice and everything if she's never really seen her. Powerful stuff there.
Yeah. The thing that I did want to connect to the conversation with Subaru and the stars was mainly based off of, like, we've had theories about Al and, like, the mysteries about him. He had said a line this episode that I felt like Subaru could have said, which is, I'm not really into gore. Like,
there was a few moments where his mannerisms even felt very, like, his joking there was a joking attitude to him that almost felt like how even Subaru was playing with Regulus in terms of how he was speaking to him.
Yeah. And we also get him using, like, his own abilities to affect the ground, and then Aldona, which is when he had stabbed her and fucking explodes her. I don't know.
Explodes her, basically.
So yeah, I love Al, and I want more of him. I'm honestly glad that we came back. Part of me didn't even expect us to come back and just to see Al walking out of, like, a burning building.
We talked about it as a possibility that it would just be an understood thing that happened, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Off screen.
Auto appreciation, of course, but the thing that happened with the Felt Auto conversation and the fight with Gluttony so far, that I feel like we both might be on the same page of...
There's two major things I feel like to take from this interaction with Gluttony.
Yeah, the Metia that we're apparently going to try to get a secret weapon that a sorcerer of ours gave me. It's supposed to be a really powerful Metia, and when we gauge how powerful it's supposed to be was the huge thing. From what Old Man Ram said, even Reinhard wouldn't get away from it unscathed. That's insanity.
Mm-hmm. I do like that we break up the receiving of this information. I think that it takes a lot of discipline on Otto's part here, but also, like, he's the only one that can sense that they should stop talking. He's a merchant. Of course he wants more information about this cool secret weapon they have, but he's noticed that, once animals go silent, once bugs stop making noise, something bad is probably happening. And he's the only one picking up on this. R.I.P. to the water dragons that were utilized in this episode.
I felt pretty sad hearing them die.
When we were hearing them die was the worst experience.
They did their best, though.
They did their best. But yeah, I really like that touch of him. Like, we broke up the receiving of this information with things that feel really in character. And I appreciate that.
Where do you think we go from here after this episode? My next, like, obviously we've touched on the Otto Felt thing last in the discussion, but in my mind, I would think we'd go where we ended with Garf and then pivot to Wilhelm, and then maybe Wilhelm and Teresia, and maybe Reinhard's involvement there, since he didn't involve himself with Garf's fight.
It's tough because I had one more thing for the Otto and Felt.
Oh yeah,
so
go.
Do I say that or do I answer your question?
Say it, then answer the question.
Okay. I had said that there were two things to take away from this conversation: Otto Felt and Gluttony. The first was the Metia. The second was Rui. Some person named Rui that he says, like, likes faces like yours, likes girls like you. As soon as he said Rui, I was like, this is a name that I don't know. I cannot recall who this is and where they come into the story. It feels important because why else is he saying it? When names, who's saying this? Gluttony. Saying a name feels important to me. Yeah. Only name we've really heard him say is probably his own, and now he's saying Rui. So I'm like, this is going to come into play, and I just needed to point it out. This feels important. We have the name of Lai. Do we have the other one's name? Roy and Lai are the two Gluttonies. Yeah. So, interesting. Yeah, needed to bring this up because, like, who is Rui and when are they going to come into play? Is there a third Gluttony, you know? Right. Yeah, how many of Gluttony? Because, yeah, utilizing a name. Why would Gluttony use someone's name if not someone that Gluttony was connected to? Yeah.
But to answer my question, where do you think
Now
we're
to
going from
answer
here?
your question. So I feel like we will probably go with Tricia and Wilhelm. Just because we kind of saw the tail, like, we kind of saw a little bit of them towards the end of the episode. What I wanted to bring up with that, in regards to that, is the difference seemingly between Kurgan and Teresia from what we see in this episode. It seems like Kurgan almost seemed like how I'd imagine he really was in life.
Yeah.
Like there was that amount of like, oh, I'm functioning how I normally did, but then even the way I'm expressing to you, the way I'm noticing in the room that there's these people here, your siblings are here, I'm going to act accordingly. I'm shutting off, the water flow that's happening in this room. There were so many actions that he was doing that felt like he was really there.
If you are controlling somebody who is dead and has come back to life, and you are controlling them, they are not in like any type of control of themselves, you would not have them meet the same standards of when you're going to pull out the devil cleavers. You're going to use them from step one because it's just a puppet that you're manufacturing, right? And using. But it seems like it's more like, all right, this is who you were in life. We're going to plop you here. Go, you're reanimated. And you're going to fight for me, for sure. You're going to fight because that's what I'm telling you to do. But you're going to do it in the way that you would have if you were fighting for me when you were alive.
I just feel like there's a definite difference, seemingly, to me, between him and what is the facial expression
of
on
Teresia.
Like, the eyes. Like, there's no reaction there. It's almost like there is no her there.
Interesting.
But something else, does living legend mean they're still alive?
Yeah.
Because Garf calls Kurgan a living legend when we're receiving the information about him and we're retelling it at the beginning of this episode.
Yeah.
So does that mean you can is he actually alive and that's why there's a difference?
You could be a living legend who was just killed and then reanimated.
Did we just kill him and bring him back as a corpse soldier and the whole world doesn't necessarily know he's dead?
Maybe.
So maybe that wasn't on purpose to be said like that, but as soon as I read living legend, I kind of was like, do I need to question this a little bit more, that I believed they were both corpse soldiers?
It's interesting because you're right. We get the idea of most people within his race are born with 4 to 5 limbs. He was born with 8, so he was an outcast right from the get-go. But we weren't given from what I recall, we might have been for the actual years that this was happening,
or told about a downfall.
Yeah. To put it briefly, he's a living legend. Legend? Yeah. We demi-humans normally have a high aptitude for magic, but the many-armed race is an exception with relatively low aptitude. They faced a lot of discrimination and ridicule. It was Kurgan who turned it all around. In that case, the one I fought was 8 Arms Kurgan. Yeah, they've been resurrected. He had 8 arms and crazy strength. There's no one else it could be. The woman who was with him is probably about the same. So then the implication, would be that he died.
He died, yeah. Okay. Sorry for getting into it. I was like, living legend. I need to investigate this a little further.
All right. You good?
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We hope to see you next time.